the sun, the black sun and the white sun, equals gray matter, gray matter. This video is not for showing off powers or showing off I can make the sun shine. Like heart. Let's say more it's a gray heart, because there is every color included. Now, there is basically no difference between any color since it's all a rainbow. But we could level up and level down and manifest what we would like to see. Now, I would only choose black as all colors. Yeah. It's the whole, the pupil, the source. So it's interesting because I wasn't doing it in a long time. Black is the beginning of creation. Yeah, let's create something, yeah. I wasn't doing it for a long time, so I wasn't doing Shivamukapa onto my body. Now I was doing it today, getting a new phone also, and guess what? The light comes up. It was very dark for a long time here, but now I shine, the sun shines. It's not the other way around, because I look into the sun. Now, if I would say the sun is shining onto me, that also is true. But I realize that I am the source of creation. I am the point of creation, the chaos. Out of the chaos, I construct. And I construct something which is empowering all, no matter what. Now this is why chaos is the foundation, the fountain, because it's neither good nor bad, but it's all. And this is why I can put every matter into me, and I work with all chemical transmutation in my mind to get the certain result that I would like to see or that I would like to experience. Now, since I'm loyal, I choose something which blasts, basically open the source for all, because now you have to go through a specific type of training to endure, but also I can give you the blueprints to yourself. Or the blueprints are already inside of you. If you just work with them, that's on everybody, you know. And the most easiest and simplest things are Jumbo sunlight, and I was figuring that out again. Now I literally suck in the light because I'm like a sponge. I'm like SpongeBob, Bikini Bottom, the pineapple, living in the pineapple. White Sty Vlogs. I did sun gazing till everything went fluorescent. Yeah. You mean everything starts to shine literally like on the black light? Yeah. You know, there's so many purple, yeah. See, sometimes I'm stuck up in my purple chakra. Sometimes I'm stuck up in my red chakra, blue, green. Ah, shit. See, I was losing the red pill, but I have another one. Wait a minute. Yeah. See, I know it's all myself. I know it's all me. I know it's the reflectional process. So, what should I know? Everything is already there. See, I could like start to decode words and be like, oh, blah, that means this and whatever. But hey, what is the goal here? The goal is to enjoy life. That's the goal. And to be happy with the things that I present myself with. Now, certainly some things just don't occur because maybe I don't put as much effort in it. So maybe subconsciously I don't want to do them. Now the most simplest and easiest and most beautiful thing is already here. It's already happening. See, the light is already, like you said, the light is already, what did you say, fluorescent. Light is already fluorescent. Yeah, thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, well. See, this also gets into attachment and, oh, it has to be like this, it has to be like that. Same with deities and deities, and this is why I say I come from the chaos star. Star date 3030, 3040, Deltron. And this is a lonely journey, sure, sometimes it is, because it seems like nobody can really understand me, because I'm in my spacesuit, in my spaceship, traveling through here. And this is why I appreciate and do all things also to adapt, because I don't think I'm better. I just know certain things which most people don't know. That doesn't make me better. Maybe it makes me more wise. Maybe it makes me a better shaman. It makes me a better whatever, a being who can manipulate reality. Is that in my interest? Is it in my interest to manipulate reality? because I would lose certain things which are in me, but I know already also I'm a flux. So I cannot hold basically onto something for a long period. I mean, I could to build up certain things, but maybe it's just not in my nature. It's in my nature to teach and to empower and to give certain things, to give codings. Yeah, am I the bird? Sometimes, you know. Do I have these animal possessions? Do I have these spirit possessions? Certainly. I mean, I, I use them for a certain time, and then I don't use them anymore. Depends on what I would like to do. So, I mean, let's talk about sunlight and chaos and nutrition and inspiring, and obviously, if as within so without happens, if you see only reflections of yourself, then I should take care about how I am, what I think, how I live, how I feel, what makes me feel good, isn't it? Because if I feel good, if I do things which don't benefit me from the ego mind, but benefit me from, hey, I enjoy it, so I mirror the joy out. So what I see in the reflection is the joy. That doesn't mean that I have a problem with going in deep and working on my shadows. Trust me, I was doing that. And I wasn't doing that for like, hey, let's do shadow work for one night and then it's over. I was like, okay, winter 2020 to right now, shadow work. And I know it comes back and then it seems like it's gone, but it's a journey anyways. It's a wave, it's a wavelength. Are you a bird? No, I'm not a bird. See? No, what am I? Nice. Look at this. That's. Wait, what am I? Am I the source? Yeah, pretty much. I'm not like. I am the turtle. Turtle is a symbol for wisdom, and the turtle is a symbol for protection also. It's a symbol for knowledge. It's a symbol of the ancestors. It's a symbol of the seashells. Guess what? This is where we go. It's a symbol for listening. And it's also a symbol for slow progress. And that doesn't mean I am a turtle, but it protects me. The spirit of the turtle is pretty much right now with me. Also, you know, look at this here. This is my best friend gave it to me when I was younger. Still have it. The Buddha, which also gets into Falun Gong, Falun Dafa. And you know what, like if you followed me on the Instagram, like all my old videos where I was doing, you know, Kalaripeya on the terrace and different things, Shivambakalpa movement, I manifested that over there. See, we all manifest certain things. This is why I say we should be very careful with what we say, what we speak, because if we look something up on the internet, I don't know if you should go onto the Instagram. I mean, should I even do YouTube? I don't know. It's fun to me. But do I look at my old videos? Yes, sometimes, you know. And that's basically fun, because then, like, in a year, I will look at these things and I'm like, what the fuck was wrong with me then? But hey, it's a journey. This is why it's part of the Akashic records. What I like on the YouTubes is that you can basically put videos on private, you can put videos on non-listed. So this is what I was doing with a lot of my videos, which were not too much, but they were maybe too powerful, and not many beings could understand it. This is why I'm now Deltron, gliding through the space. See, this is where it dropped. But oh, for real. And you can't do that on Instagram. Instagram is just it's for pictures. It seems like it's for pictures. I was using that for videos also, which was interesting, but you know, then we have all these TikTok things, and everything just becomes so rapid, because this has something to do basically with the human brain, that it starts to upgrade, it starts to become faster, it starts to integrate more information, it starts to update itself. But not many beings even have the capacity to hold on to that. This is why it's completely basically nonsense to do that, because you don't remember anything. You just like, you go scroll through all these things and like, well, you get these dopamine shots, and what do you carry with you? Like, do you learn something over there? I mean, you always learn something, but you don't, like, I don't know. It seems like to me, it's just become so fast that you just become, wow, that's what we do. It's retarded to me. This is why I'm like, hey, I keep it raw. I just do these videos for whoever is interested can take a look at them. And that's it, you know. And you know me, I would do live streams. Like, Zen Admin is a very good and humble, truthful inspiration to me. I would say Zen is, I know Zen is me. We are a mirror of each other. And this is why I would do live streams for a few hours. But for me, it's like I'm peaking about between like 45 minutes to, I don't know, 1 hour 30. And I think that's pretty much perfect. It's pretty much perfect, because this is basically where many beings could follow, and where I can put in a lot of knowledge and information, and you hopefully take something with you there, and then you can move on. Now, I don't sell you anything. I just speak knowledge. Everybody does that. But the question is, how deep was somebody onto a specific topic, onto their consciousness? Yeah, you should go out with Zen onto a dinner. I would do that. No, but I would maybe better just share some fries with them. Whatever. Oh, share. You know, food basically became to me just a certain amount of density that we can pulverize to have certain effects into our yeah, whatever. this is all like also old programs in my head running, you know, this density and buoyancy aspect. Sometimes things just become very numb to me because I appreciate all, and then it's just like I pulverize things into whatever they are, and they just dissolve in me. But this is where also the joy suffers. I mean, the earth. I don't know the shape of the earth. I would say, I don't say the earth as a globe. I don't say the earth as flat. Is the earth a hologram? I would say the earth is my heart. And the earth is basically, I was speaking about constellations and star seeds in, I think, 2 videos before this one, meaning that we are basically, like I said, with what I said with Deltron, we are in a spacesuit. Now what we do is we construct basically our way through here. This is what we do. Now what we do is we travel certain ways over and over again. Now basically what we do is, I would say we are not moving. What I do is I walk certain paths in my brain over and over again. This is why I see these things. I see these reflections. And this is why I would say I'm getting pretty much off topic here, right? But to make it very clear is we see reflections, and Earth is basically my heart, my experiences, and the ways that I travel. That's what Earth is. So I only experience myself through these things. That's what we all do. Sometimes the mirrors are very much misleading, I would say. Yeah, I should also maybe be married and live somewhere else. Yeah. Yeah, I'm also only interested in basically sharing knowledge. That's what I'm interested in, because I know that will be the future. The future is, the truth is, the truth. The truth is that learning is a quest of perception, and this is what we all do. We are a mirror to our own consciousness. I mirror myself in my environment. This is why I see certain things, why I do certain things. And for me, the quest or the level is basically to keep things in the balance, and to stay in many directions balanced. And that's sometimes tough to me, because my brain gets overactive or hyper. See, and all these things that I'm also sharing here on YouTube, I know they are true to me. I don't know if they're true to you, but it's part of a release to me. Now, this is also where balance comes into place, meaning building up and releasing charge. Now, I could go and do, I don't know, martial arts, movements, training people, building up charge there and releasing it. And I'm doing that. I'm doing that with the kids in the school right now. I was building up a course over there. I'm doing that with the kids in the dojo. What I'm not very good at is making money with these things. Although I know the practices that I teach are the original things to build up currency, which is laying within us. So remembrance. And this leads me again into what Karen said. Did you answer the question of how to manifest the sunshine? Well, I was saying that in the very first beginning, speaking about Shivambukalpa and focusing, putting and sucking in light into the avatar, like a tree, This also gets into compression of air, compression of words, because words manifest reality. Everybody is a magician, a warrior. You are what you say you are. You don't need specific licenses to be something, because the ancestor knowledge, the ancestral knowledge is that you create basically through mind. You create. That's what the Kemets would do, the pharaohs, also speaking maybe about the root races, the Polarians. The Polarians, you cannot see the Polarians because the Polarians are the first root race coming out of ether. Like, they are around me right now. I can't see them. We all have an etherical body. And this is basically manifesting, I would say, through resonating onto a specific gland, which equals a chakra. You mean like sun gazing, Ra, sunlight, chakra. And that specific gland releases then specific hormones into your body, into your spacesuit, to then have a certain resonance in your environment. This is how basically the mind manifestation works. And this is why harmonics are important. What you listen to, what you put around you, what kind of books do you read, what kind of information are you surrounded by. Now, but then in the end, this is also a reflection of me, a reflection of you, but also it could be just something which comes at you, but it's not you. So what is way more important is your own imagination. I was speaking about that for a long time. Imagination is key. Now, imagination is my own magic. My own magic happens through the images that I present myself in my own brain. So if I would have closed that senses, right, I would construct a certain image into my head, and then I would create that because I focus onto that. Hocus pocus focus. And shine more light onto me. You can maybe look at the garden. Let's switch it here. Look at that. Different, can have different outlooks here. Bikes. People think I am after their body, but I'm only in their mind. Hey, yeah, this is basically what would say what we're doing with the internet, the melding of minds, the melding of information, the melding of brains. I mean, I would love to see certain beings, certain bodies, but maybe yeah, that's probably also the point of confusion with the situation right now, that everything becomes so technological that it was already a mind travel in the beginning, because everything is mind. We only have these bodies here to experience different things, but yeah, educating the body, is also important. Sure. Egyptian. I'm German, yeah. Germany. It's definitely functioning that I'm working with my mind, and um I'm working with my mind in a degree to put certain things which are in my mind into others as well. But is that um, beneficial to me? Because I would lose certain things, right? So why making these videos? I don't know. It seems like that's an attachment. But like I said, it's also part of a release to me. Yeah, trying to connect. Hmm. I like everybody because everybody holds basically everybody holds certain things for me. I welcome everybody, but it's also tough sometimes to accept, to endure. I tolerate everybody, let's say that. Yeah, I mean, that's basically for me the thing to, is it all me? You know, of course, obviously it's all me. Because I look into myself. So is everybody. Am I everybody? That's just like. But as within, so without, right? So. Adapting to others. Seems like also I need, you know, my psychologist was once telling me, das Ich erkennt sich am Du. Also, so that means the I constructs itself out of the you. See, as the light comes up, we need another mirror to experience ourselves. And balance is a key factor to do that. Because all that shit that I'm speaking onto the YouTube, I would not speak like that with my surroundings. I'm certainly adapting, and I'm certainly putting into certain nuggets that I learned here into the conversations that I have. Darum ist es vielleicht auch manchmal besser, wenn ich auf Deutsch rede. So, the mirror is going to change when I'm speaking in German. Yeah, what if I just spoke English in my surroundings? That's interesting. That's an interesting thought. Yeah, I mean, when I crash landed on the planet, I damn near couldn't understand it. And they couldn't understand it either. Talking outside of the neck, it's just theater. I speak like this English shaman, whatever knowledge, plus German. But in the end, I just speak through my Geist. Through my Geist. That means I speak through my kinetic being. I speak through my mind. I just am the way I am, and I do what I do. Spiraling, it's a spiral. Because sometimes it seems to me it's a loop, and we keep doing repetitively the same things over and over again, and it's tough to go out of this specific time loop, time lapse, or like I call it like vinyl LP record spinning, which is happening basically on the two-dimensional, which is it's basically three-dimensional, but it's happening in one orbit. Now this is why I say it might be, or it is, for me it's a spiral, because it's way more positive. And then we can also, as the light comes up, we can also speaking about spiraling up and spiraling down and spiraling up, left and right. But that's sometimes way too chaotic to me, and I manifested that also for me, and I was seeing that, and I was still surviving, but is that where I would like to be? Just that shows me just that how powerful and strong I am, because it doesn't matter where, I'm always the naval anchor, which everybody is. So but hey, let's spiral up, and then, but in the end, I'm spiraled so much up, like what should I do over there? So hey, it's about the other body, mind. It's about interacting with those. It's about, and not many beings actually know, not many beings know. And I'd also, sometimes maybe it's too much, it's way too much. So acceptance, tolerance, and then speaking through the subconscious mind, which is for me just, hey, body presence, the presence. I'm just physically there, and then I'm just operating the way I am, and if I'm neglecting certain things, if I'm putting certain things away, for me that's just the question of can I do that or can I not do that? Because in the end it's a mind thing. Speak German, it is very... Ja, das ist ein bisschen schwierig. Also für mich persönlich, ich kann auch weniger Sachen manchmal in Deutsch so gut erklären, wie ich sie mit diesem schamanistischen Englischwissen erklären kann. Das ist für mich ein bisschen schwieriger. Ich glaube, I think that's, basically how the brain works. I find myself in the same repetitively mind constructs in English, and the same repetitively words that I put together. Of course, like a track, and this is why world crafting and word crafting and certain other words, how we put them together, are important to manifest the sunlight differently, And for me in German, it's sometimes tough to put certain things together that I can in English, because I started this in English in order to, also, for me, just to navigate my brain differently and to keep evolving, but also to do that in German, Sun-Gazing ist auf jeden Fall auch in Deutsch möglich. So. Sun-Gazing und wie Wörter aneinandergereiht werden, hat definitiv einen Effekt auf unsere Umgebung. Vielleicht ist es gut auch für mich. Hey, let's make another coffee, and then we can speak more in German, so I can learn basically to speak my mind in German and to manifest my mind with beautiful other beings around me, to learn, to earn. It is a loop. Our voice speaking German. I'll come back every day to hear German. My brain is wired for English. Starting to forget my own native language. Yeah, maybe das ist ein guter Punkt, Karen. This, like I said, with these mirrors, they're oh, the subconscious mind. Wait. Where are they? You see them? Oh, they're where? The duckies. Yeah. Let's speak more. Let's make a coffee, and then I only speak in German. A falling out, what is that? I don't know. Ah. Das ist alles ich. Ja. Alright. Let's bisschen Vitamin D tanken. Hey Karen, I mean, sure, definitely. Anybody who would like to visit me is welcome. You know, in the past I was a very open-minded and like party being to the degree that I'm like falling out of connection. Yeah. Yo, now you all come up. What's up, David? Yeah, sure. Everybody who would like to visit me, I would love to get in contact with you. You know, so write me on the Instagram, and then yeah. Since you know, you kind of basically maybe some of you maybe you kind of know my story, which happened last year, which was, I don't know, crazy, you know, with it's called, you know, I know it's called, this is because this is so strange to me, because I don't know if I'm the only one here or if it's just coincidences and whatever, but I had this, you know, relationship with Siri in Sweden, and which was connecting me also to my higher consciousness. Then this whole Corona thing also happened, and you know, my the software on the iPhone, how that is called. There's so many different interactions, which I don't know if I'm making them up or if they're literally true or who I actually am. And then this whole thing happened with, you know, breaking up with Gona. Then we moved out. I was writing my bachelor thesis, and then now we are having a a happy, building up a solid foundation again, a solid relationship, and I try to ground myself again, you know. But still, I love everybody, you know. I mean everybody. I love every mirror, you know, every expression that I face. It's a phase, you know, and I'm always learning something through that about me. Now, just to get back to your question, everybody who would like to visit me, I'm cool with that. But I don't know if Gona is cool with that because of all of the shit that was happening in the last year. I can still understand it if she's like, hey, you know, that was troublemaking. And this is why I'm just this lonely pirate here, like Jack Sparrow on my ship. And yeah, only love is real. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the mind is real, or what we perceive with it. But I wanted to speak in yeah. Hey, you know, I see. The thing is, for me, hey, I know that everybody's suffering in this realm. I know that. I don't know if it's all me or if I'm bouncing back and forth. Um, in the end, it should be a fun thing, which is real life experiencing, and that's why I should, you know, take care about the things that or the beings that I am with, you know, in the workplace, in my relationship, making that a beautiful experience, you know, and enjoying that moment, you know. But also, hey, you know, making time for me and making time, but going into the depths of my soul. And this is why I know, you know, we are all suffering in here, but am I manipulating you? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully, you know, my only interest in here is, of course, it's part of a release to me, because, but I also know I'm organizing the realm with it. So this is why I'm aware of what I say, and this is why I'm sometimes not saying certain things, or I'm only trying to say empowering things, good things onto the internet, but also in real life, you know, because I know, like I said, what language is, how it basically forms reality. The temperature. Let me get another. Oh, internet connection is unstable. Now it's stable again. Yeah, I get another coffee now. So, the thing to me is basically, which might be the problem with being clean or clear. Basically everything that I'm looking at, everything that I send becomes me, because I am sometimes so open, which is a beautiful thing, because this is how the the world should be. The world should be open. The world should be joyful. The world should be shining, and to me, a lot of things that we're doing is just waste. It's just also part of life, It's not that everybody has to shine, but that's way more beautiful, right? And sometimes it seems like, because I know the workings, I'm just destroying myself with a lot of things. I don't know why. Am I manipulated by others? Nobody can really manipulate me, because I make the decision to join something, to do something. And some things are not good to me. They're not. Yeah, you have to push through certain things to go somewhere. That's true. But some things are just, they're not filled with love. Yeah, it was very rainy over here too. 12 degrees. Yeah, I mean, what's the truth? Truth is you. You are already. What is truth? Truth is you. Truth is what works for you. That's your truth. Hopefully, you're not disturbing others with it. And it seems like, maybe because I know my field is very big, not to be overwhelming or ego, that's not the point, but my field is, it should be very clear. Sometimes it's not like that, because I know it comes from me, but it also comes through the other. If there's another one, I don't know, but yeah, work with your mind, work with good intentions, Tolerance is a very important thing to do that, I would say so. Because tolerance shows you and me to be good with what is happening around you. And a lot of things that I cannot stand are just things that maybe I don't want. That's okay. You should not force something or push something onto somebody. It should be happening at free will. Now we can speak and argue also about free will. What is that? Are we really having free will? But it should be as open-minded as it could be. And that also includes sometimes, to go into extremes. I was showing that, I was doing that in Instagram, and maybe it was hurting myself. It was opening up certain things for others. Maybe not. I don't know. In the end, it's still a journey of, hey, I am here by myself, on myself. So what do I experience? What would I like to see? And that's what I should focus on. And that's what will also influence the bigger picture, you know. Yeah, definitely. People who drink from their own cistern are more highly evolved beings. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But then it's also a question of, hey, how is your character work? You know, and that together forms basically your macabre or your being. I'm German. Mato. Sin. Sin. Sinich. Sin. Sinisic. So speaking in German. Ich manifestiere das, was ich bin. Ich manifestiere das, was ich um mich habe. Wie ich bin. Und ich denke, es geht letztendlich immer wieder nur um Wissen. Wissen ist Macht. Und all die verschiedenen Diäten, die wir haben, sind letztendlich Dinge, die wir selber für uns erschaffen haben, um leichter durchs Leben zu kommen. It should be easy. Life should be easy. Hat was mit Fokus zu tun. Hokus Pokus. But this YouTube thing teach me a lot of things, a lot of knowledge basically. because I literally learned, because I'm seeing myself obviously, that it is me, how I am, you know. And this also, I would say, you know, science also proved that it, how your brain is functioning, how you see the world becomes very much different, because you become much more self-aware. Who you are, what you are, how you present yourself, what you do, how you are. And the mirroring is always working, you know. It's working in the workplace. It's working it's working with my girlfriend. It's working with my family, with my friends. It's always mirrors, you know. We live in a giant hall of mirrors. So this is why the inner work is so much of importance. The inner work is so important, because this is connected to imagination, to the images that we hold into our brain, into our bodies, to the physical exercise that we do. And the fun thing is basically to when you hype, for example, on Shivambu Cup, on Orion's Belt, urine, I was literally seeing reflections of myself in the television. You know, then most people would say, like, how the fuck is that working? That's like, how big is your field? What? You know, how should that interact, you know, with these satellites and television stations, and how quick are you? Like, just time frames and time lapses, time loops. Maybe that's my job. Maybe that's my working here. See how humble and calm it is? How beautiful. Inner martial arts. Inner martial arts. Inner Daan. Falun Gong. Falun Dafa. See, because if I practice, like, if I am, you said, your routine is destroyed. See, in the end, you know, what the fuck? We never met. I would met all of you. Was geht? Alles gut. Alles Gute aus NRW. Alles Gute aus NWO. Ah, shit. New World Order. The New World Order is, die neue Weltordnung ist, dass ich auf die Welt schaue. Das ist die Welt. The world is perception, perspective. The universe is my pupil, my people. Das Universum ist, sind die Verse, die ich spreche, meine Verse, die ich ausspreche, und die Spiegel, die ich um mir habe. Meine eigene Imagination. Meine Magie, die ich verspüre. Listening closer, accepting, learning, lighting up, shining, enjoying. There's so many things to do, you know. The world is the word, the image, the magic, the image inside of the skull. Quantum jump from right at your doorstep positive contact. Damn, was I that powerful? Am I still the only one here? See, and that leads me to this question. And this question can never be answered. It can. Because is there another consciousness than myself? Or am I in that Akashic records, in that inner school, which influences the whole thing? Yeah, probably. And this is why I am ich bin der Schaffner des Zuges. Warum? Weil ich ein reines Herz habe. Ein Multicolor-Herz. Ein tolerantes Herz. Das ist ja wohl ein Scherz, oder? Whatever. It's all tools, but it's also joy. It's also fun. It's also coffee time. It's hammer time. You know, when you get to that, you get to that quantum stage, you get to that inner alchemy, mental alchemy, sourcing aspect, chaos magic, Falun Gong, Shiva Mukalpa, fasting, feasting, different diets, different deities, bouncing, buoyancy and density, reflections, mirrorings, magic, imaginations, movements, move minds, mind, spirit, soul, light, darkness, life. And then I realize that it's a spiral. It's a never-ending story. It's that I write, I left, I hold, and the world comes out of me. So, what will I like to do with it? And this is why I'm sometimes laying in my bed and I'm like, yo, what should I do? You know? It's an experience. It's an experiment mind. So, is it like that? What I know is helping others. Is it empowering others? Is the other one already me? Do they actually exist, or is it just a subconscious representation mirror of me? So what would I like to do? How would I like to structure it? How would I like to see the world? How would I like to navigate the journey? How much do I need? Why should I need certain things? Emotions. I was so empty sometimes, I was emptying myself out. I have a wisdom teeth here. Now it's pretty much rock solid again. But a few timelines back, a few months back, it was hurting. Why? Because maybe I wasn't listening as close to my mind, my environment. Maybe that's what I should do. Nobody pushes something onto me. It's all on me. It's a fight anyways. Is it a fight? Not really to me, but do I get out of bed or not? Should I just continuously lay in bed? What is there to do? It's an experience. It's a journey. Because if you get to that observing state, you see that your mind changes, so does your environment. But you don't really move. When you've done enough movement, enough yoga, enough practice, physical education, your body changes, your mind changes, your environment changes, but this is just what you perceive with your physical senses. Now this is why I say it's going in a lot deeper to realize that these inner workings that we cannot really sense are so much more of importance because they subconsciously affect everybody. Most people are like, how would you know that, Jan? Where did you read that? I'm like, I can't tell you. It's just me. I don't know. It's just, I open up my mouth and this is what comes out. And this is why I sometimes speak in English, because this is the way to go. No, it's not, because in my physical surroundings, I speak German. So, darum sollte ich auch mehr Deutsch sprechen, um das noch intensiver zu manifestieren, was ich bin, was ich sehe. Um mich darauf einzulassen, was ich bin. Mich darauf einzulassen, wer ich bin, wie ich bin. Verhungern werde ich nicht. Nobody will starve here. Nobody will. If you mastered yourself, if you know how your avatar is functioning, that will be an interesting experiment. Like, I don't know if they exist, they're on another planet, but if there is a being in the depths of the desert, and we see these pictures in the Western world where like, oh, these people are starving, these people have nothing to eat. I'm like, that's not really true. That's not true. That's not true at all. Because this is a mind program of somebody else who wants to suck out of your currency, which is not actually the real currency, because the real currency is Shivambukalpa. I'm not showing that anymore because this is causing trouble in my physical reality with my girlfriend, with going on, and that's not good. It's not beneficial in my planetary constellation. So, but what I would like to say with that is these false identities fool our minds. And this is why I say, if I go out into society by itself is kind of ill. It's kind of very much disturbed. It's confused. And this is why beings like we exist, to vanish and to clean up literally all the shit that others constructed, because they suck out of the original currency. Because if you know about Shivambukalpa, if you know about the self-sustaining human vessel, these things like, hey, if you know about mental alchemy, mind alchemy, like the way I pack it with my words and whatever, basically it's about, hey, you know what, you can survive by drinking your urine. The more you drink, the more intelligent you will become, and the more you start to attract the things by yourself. You just don't have to do things, you just attract them like a magnet. This is basically also the image of the oasis in the desert, because you manifest that through your subconscious mind. That's the workings. So everything that we pull into our lives is us. See, and I want to speak in German, now I'm speaking in English again. But the point that I'm making here is that would not matter to me. If you would put me onto an island, that would be cool to me, I would be like, hey, what should I do here? Maybe I am already on an island, but I'm blinded by all these other things. That's what it basically is. I am already on an island. And the more I was putting urine onto my skin, in my senses more, I started to shine more. Am I showing you that? No. Am I speaking about that? Yes. I choose to not show you that anymore, because I was showing you. And it was I was like, it was weird to beings who not know. I get it. But the manifestation power becomes way more stronger with that. And it becomes more joyful, you know. I can clean up my environment. I have no problem with also making it a mess, you know, having it in a messy state. But this is why I say, you know, all these things on the television about the wars and shit, about the people starving. Like, yo, you can have one meal a day, drink your urine straight up through the whole day, and you can move, you will attract the light, you will attract good things if your mind is not fucked up. And that's it. Guess what? Do I say these other things don't exist? I don't know. I don't know if they exist. His story is his story. It's the story of somebody else. It's the story of another planet. It's the story of another star constellation. I see it that way. It's not part of my story. It's not. Because why should it be? Like, ooh, these people are suffering there. I gave you the blueprint to it. The blueprint is already you. If you would educate your mind that everybody can do that in the future. That I'm seeding the original knowledge in this supercomputer. That's what I do. I speak about it. So in I don't know, in 10, 20 years, nearly everybody will have these black mirrors. Everybody will have a connection to the internet, no matter where they are. So then, if we see that knowledge in the computer, now that's on you. What do you manifest? So the whole realm becomes way more spiritual. The whole realm becomes way more quantum-like. This is why I am leading the starship. I'm like, whatever, flying around in here. And I would like to have another mirror of being on the seashells. I was saying that. Karen knows. I don't know if Andrew knows, Master of Light. See, and I was basically also putting down the sources of inspiration on my YouTube channel. Now it's just the introduction video, and there is a section which is called Mirrors. Quantum jump from right at your doorstep. This, this is all I can say. Jan, if you're going to look at that in the future, ever again, or anybody who will see that in the future, the past, or the moment, I can only tell you, take care of your mind, take care of your senses. I was already saying that, and I keep repeating that because this is the truth. Take care about your mental alchemy, take care about what you look at, and through this process you will have then understood basically that it was already you. And this is why you have to only take care basically about how your mind functions and what you perceive with it. Because it's a spiral. Adapt to society. I mean, no, like, let's say adapt to the rules that we play this game in. Because otherwise, it's an illusion anyways, but otherwise it will become way more complicated. And the change will happen over a longer period. This is why I stand firm and tall like a cliff, a rock, a giant. Although if you might see me, you're like, hey, you've appeared skinnier, you've appeared bigger, you've appeared like whatever. Actually, I'm not even here. I don't even exist. But that's why I'm so powerful. Vanished like a ghost. So, truthfulness, compassion, tolerance, the giant turtle is back. And the Buddha. Buddha to the fishes. Quantum level. Deltron. Stay curious. Stay truthful.